after a while, like, enough gets enough. And I added so much white mana. So much white mana because I knew I have mostly white mana. And dang, I don't have my coffee with me. Good morning, YouTube. Thank you for checking out Jam Sam. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to check out the content I make. So today we're playing Naya Humans, and I'm going to try to make this introduction a little bit shorter so I won't talk too much. So without any further ado, let's get to the deck. So what we got here is mostly a mono white shell with green and red splashed in. So the deck you see here isn't what I started off with. Originally I had different lands and a couple different cards, but it wasn't working out too well, and this is the final version that I settled on. This deck is mostly creatures. The only non-creature we have is we have 2 copies of Valorous Stance. We use this to either protect our creature or kill dragons. Mostly dragons. Obviously, anything with toughness 4 or greater, but I put it in here mainly for dragons. The other creatures we have for our 1-drop, we have Hopeful Initiate. 2 drops, we got Intrepid Adversary, Sigardian Evangel. It's a arena card. They're all arena cards. It's an alchemy card. When Sigardian Evangel enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Sigardian Evangel into your hand. Discard that card at the beginning of the next end step. When Sigardian Evangel enters the battlefield, tap target permanent you don't control. So, in the early game, turn 2, you get a 3/1, and you get to tap one of their creatures, or actually any permanent. But later in the game, you can just put in as many copies as you want, which might allow you to go just wide enough to, get in for the kill. Next up, we have Thalia. Then we have Antique Collector. So the reason why I have Antique Collector in here is originally this deck had originally had Slayer's Bounty in it. And if you don't know that card, so it's a 1-drop artifact clue. When Slayer's Bounty enters the battlefield, look at the creature cards in target opponent's hand. Whenever you sacrifice Slayer's Bounty or another clue, draft a card from Slayer's Bounty's spellbook to sacrifice Slayer's Bounty, draw a card. So it's actually a clue, just like if you would investigate, except if you have this out, anytime you sacrifice a clue, you get one of these creature removal spells. So the reason why I even had this in here, 1, it's a great way to see what kind of deck you're working with on turn 1, and 2, Valorous Stance was the only removal I had aside from Brutal Cathar, so I thought this would be a good way to get some removal in here. And honestly, it came in handy I think like once, but after that, for the most part, I just never used it. And especially since I have an Inquisitor Captain in here, I thought it'd be just better to increase the number of creatures. So originally I had Antique Collector in here to allow for more investigating, and maybe I thought it would synergize a little bit better with Slayer's Bounty, but that didn't really happen. And yeah, so honestly, this card, I might be replacing this if I come back to this deck. I don't think I read what it does. So Antique Collector is well, 1, it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, which could be useful. When Antique Collector enters the battlefield, creatures you control perpetually gain. When this creature dies, you may shuffle it into its owner's library if it's in your graveyard. If you do, investigate. Catilda, for if you want to play a bunch of mana. If you have Catilda out, you could play a whole bunch of Sigardian Evangel. Well, Catilda plus maybe other creatures. Got Brutal Cathar, Adeline, Torrens. So these 2 are your human token creating creatures. So with these 2 out, and Catilda, you know, a lot of mana. And then you got Inquisitor Captain, Halana and Elena partners, and Sigarda Champion of Light. So we got actually quite a bit of 4-drops. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't have enough 3-drops or less for Inquisitor Captain to work, but honestly, I rarely had that many creatures out on the battlefield, mainly because there's a lot of board wipes and creature removal out there. So, okay, let me move over. Shoo! And for land, man, I had a lot of issues with land with this deck. So when I originally played this deck, with the original lands I had, the first 8 games I had 5 losses. Yeah, so I lost 5 times, and 4 of those times were due to mana. Just a note about those losses. You will see me being salty at the beginning of one of the games. It's because it was after all those losses. I cut most of the games out where I lost due to mana reasons, because there's not much to see there. And while I'm here, I might as well also mention that you will see Slayer's Bounty in my deck in the first 2 games, because that was before I cut it from the deck. So anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. Like, I either drew too much mana of the wrong color or didn't draw mana at all. And I kept adding more and more white, because this deck is, like I said, it started off as a mono white shell, so mostly white mana that you're gonna need. And I kept adding my white mana, and I kept drawing, well, not white mana. But I think I finally kind of got it down. I don't know, you might want more Forsaken Crossroads just to fix your mana. I put in only 2 just because I'm trying to not have too many tap manas in here. That's the reason why I only have 1 layer of the Hydra as well. Altogether it's 24 lands. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I think synergy wise, you can see it's all humans aside from Sigarda, which pumps up all your humans. So yeah, I think that's enough talking. Let's get to the gameplay. Alright, humans. Not really used to this deck yet, but we'll see if I can get through without making too many mistakes. Fanboy86. Are you ready for this? Am I ready for this? Alright. We'll play white land first and go Slayer's Bounty. Alright. Okay. So they are a hasty deck. Probably a hasty burn deck. Alright. I don't really have a very good turn 2 play. All my creatures... Well, the only other creature I have, Intrepid Adversary, would be killed pretty quickly. Alright, so I want to go red, right? Just as a good blocker. Hopefully they don't have any spells that can do 4 damage yet. They might. I think they're going to go for the... Oh, never mind. They do. Well, luckily for us, we have the captain. And we have the Brutal Cathar. which will probably die soon. Or not. So see, I think once the Inquisitor Captain comes into play, having a 3/3 attacker is important, but I think right now I want to get rid of Torolf's Disciple. I don't need too many, what's that, lightning bolts in their deck, you know? Okay, and I think we go Adeline, then Intrepid Adversary next turn, right? Let's see if they have any more removal. Nope. Okay. Let's see if they attack. Probably not. I'd be surprised if they do. Okay. So, how much white do I have? So if I play Intrepid Adversary and pump once, I still have enough for Valor's Stance, right? Never mind, they scooped. It's garbage. Utter garbage. Where are my 2-drops? Okay. Well, we'll keep this. Oh, I forgot to update my mana. See if it's correct. So hopefully, since we got Catilda out here, we're up against werewolves. It's a very popular deck right now, werewolves, and I think Catilda would be very useful for it. I think they're trying to decide whether to keep their hand or not. Avatar Scott. Okay, we'll go with Plains and Slayer's Bounty. Dragons. That is not good for us. Not good for us in the slightest. Guess we'll go Tilda. Right? Yeah. Well, I guess I could have gone for the Sigardian Evangel, but I kind of wanted to save it for when they got the dragons down. That thing is gonna hurt us. Okay. We won't attack. Let's see if they let's see if they drew a Tyrant in the last turn. I guess not. Tap land. Okay. So we'll play this for white, and then we'll get 2 copies of the Evangel out. And then we'll see where we go from there. Dragons. I don't know. Dragons are going to go over our heads. That's a good card. Yep, white. Untap that guy. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot of hasty dudes. I don't know. Tap that land, that's already tapped. And then, what? Oh! I forgot about that. But we want to attack, right? I'm gonna get as much damage as we can get in. And then, next turn, maybe we'll keep Catilda back. Or 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I have to tap Catilda as well, so. Ooh. How much damage am I willing to take? Is the question. Because if they attack with their flyers, they only have a 3/3 as a blocker, right? Oh, okay. So how much damage can I do next turn? Uh, 4, 5, 6. 6. I can do 6. I can do 9 damage next turn. Yeah. So it's worth blocking like this. Just to get rid of their blocker. Well, I guess I forgot about the treasures. They could probably play... They could probably play something to... Or maybe not. Do they have a Dragon's Fire? So now the question is, how do they want to use their Dragon's Fire? They want to keep them alive? Nope. Either kill Sigardian Evangel or Tauren's Fist of Angels. One of those two is probably gonna die. Nope, they bring in Townraiser Tyrant. Oh. So the question is, I'm definitely taking this damage. I get land. If I kill 2, 4, well, okay, 6, 10, 11. I can do 11 damage. But they can do 11 damage next turn. But can I stop them? I cannot. I put a +1/+1. 8. It's the same. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to do this. Unfortunately. Not the way I wanted to do this. And do they have some... Okay. So they have something. They just don't know. So they know I have nothing in my hand, right? So you're gonna kill someone. So I think they're trying to figure out who to... Trying to figure out who to kill. Okay, so I might as well tap him. Doesn't really matter. Okay. How much land do I have? 2. If I attack with everybody. I think this is what we want. And attack like this. And turn. I'll take 5 damage. So, by the fact that the way I tapped, I might be screwed if they kill Catilda. Actually, I am definitely screwed if they kill Catilda. But they still can't play in front of the Star Mounts, right? Because, well, they should be able to buy now, right? It's probably down to 3. Yeah. It's down to 3 costs, so they can play Star Mount. But if they do... Okay. So, here's the question. If I expel the Goldspan Dragon now, they can't play another spell. They can do a total of 8 damage to me. And then I can do 9, 10, exactly 10. That's how I want to do this. So they get 1 treasure, but they can only do 1 mana from it. So, unless they have a play with fire, which I hope they don't. Hopefully it's all Dragon's Fire. We might survive this. Okay. I think we can take action on that. Ho ho ho! Doesn't really matter. This is the nail in the coffin. Oh, wait. Whew. I thought... Alright, still should be more than enough. Now they can't... Really, no. Yeah, okay. I meant to do that, you know. Just to make sure that, even if they killed one of my creatures. Totally meant to do that. Alright, let's see here. Turn 2, turn 3. Okay, we have one white, so we can't play Adeline. We could go Talia into the Hopeful Initiate, or Budo Cathar, depending on what they play. Okay, we'll start with the Sundown Pass. I don't know, this might have been a mistake. That's a lot of red mana for... Again, I forgot to... I keep meaning to adjust my mana between the games, and I haven't done that yet. Oh, there's my snow. Okay, our plains. Alright, so we could go plains. Wish you came in at the beginning of my hand. Into Talia. So they're doing Boros Dragons. Do Talia anyway. So that if they have any burn spells, I'll have to pay some extra mana for it. Do we want to go for Torrens? Or do we want to go for Adeline? I think we go for Adeline, right? And get at least one damage in. That's unfortunate. Flame Blessed Bolt. Well... we could go Tribute Adversary, pump up everybody once. Right? What are the chances they have, like, play with fire, something like a 1 mana burn spell? Pretty high, right? Do we go Cathar and Hopeful Initiate? Well, even Cathar they could... Alright, well let's put the Hopeful Initiate out first, see if there's a stick. There is. Oh man. Do we go for it anyway? Or do we go for Torrens? Let's go for Torrens. Probably should have played that backwards, Torrens and then Hopeful Initiate, but I'm getting kind of like scared about getting that, basically. Okay, okay. That's alright, that's better than getting our Brutal Cathar burnt. I think we'll play that next, depending on... Yep. So they'll do 4 damage to us. That's a lot of mana. So, even if they kill our Cathar, still have... It'll just come back as a... egg. And we'll pump next turn, depending on what they do. They'll probably kill Brutal Cathar. With Brutal Blast. No, they go for Adeline. Okay, that's fine. That's not as fine. How many times can we pump? Alright. 1, 2. Once. We don't have enough white mana. Come on. Alright. still do 4 damage, right? So they're probably going to get rid of my adversary. What is this? 4 instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink. What? At the beginning of your upkeep, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If the spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Okay. Do they have a removal? Please no land. Please no land. You are not exactly what I was hoping for. But a creature is a creature. So might as well go all in. He'll probably kill my adversary, but they will have to sacrifice one of their creatures. Or not. Why do they wait so long? Well, that's a good one. Okay. If we're gonna draw a mana, I hope it's a white. I hope it's a plains. If not, I hope we draw somewhat useful creature. Most of them. Most of them got, yeah, that. Okay, so this deck is just made to get for just killing creatures. Not bad, not bad. Well, look at that. I don't imagine my creatures surviving too long. I can get it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get 6. Gotta try, right? So I can still pump this for 1 and have a 2/2 blocker. I don't think that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. At this point, I don't know if I want to continue this game. Like, just going up against someone that just keeps killing all your creatures and that's all I have. Oh, man. This is a really bad matchup. This guy went for just destroying aggro decks. And I didn't have a good enough start. Look at this. Man. I didn't even know this was a card. Radiant Scroll Wielder. That's pretty good. I guess I could have blocked, but I don't know. That game was just... That's just ridiculous. I mean, just burn after burn after burn. After a while, like, enough gets enough. And I added so much white mana. So much white mana because I knew I have mostly white mana. And... Alright, so I gotta return. Alright, so I can't play you. Can't even do a turn 1 play. Against mono green. I'm a bit heartbroken right now. Alright. Think. What? Alright, so I need something that can block and give me some kind of mana. So they have an instant, so they probably have Snakeskin Veil, right? I'm gonna go right for it. I'm not gonna... I'll take the 1. And I guess... They have removal? Do they have some kind of removal for green? Oh, ho, ho. Okay. Well, that's kind of unfortunate on their part that I drew both of them. So, if I draw another land, I can pump the team. Okay. Another land. Right. We'll go ahead and pump. Do I want to? Why not? Pump twice, and then one attack. Okay. Alright, Mirror Seal. Let's see what you can do against this deck. Ooh, this is a tough one, because I don't have a turn 3 play, but we'll keep it for now. And see what deck you're playing. Oh, okay. Intrepid Adversary might be a better choice. Right here, we're going to go with green. Then next turn, if they play a blocker, we can tap it, get in for 5. Excellent, excellent. That's also good. Okay. So, we might be able to salvage this deck. Depending on what happens here. Alright. Well, that was a bit unexpected. Antique Collector. It's good stuff, good stuff. We'll go with no blocks. Ho ho! I think maybe Sigarda this turn. And then the captain next turn, right? Let's see if they want to block with the Antique Collector. They do, okay. They get a clue. But we already did 10 damage, and we're up to 24 life on turn 4. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, let's see if they can ramp into something. Oh, are they going to try and remove Sigarda? If I can get the captain out, well, depending on what creature captain gets out, I might be able to get Sigarda's Coven for next turn. I'm hoping they don't have removal for Sigarda. Maybe another Blizzard Brawl. Oh, they might get rid of the Angel. Okay, and they're gonna. So they have a 5 mana play. What can they get for 5 mana? Oh, probably a what's that? What's that creature? Oh, never mind. They do have removal. Okay. Well. Ooh, I can't pump them, so we'll go with a line. This way we can get 4 damage in. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say that's not gonna be enough. Alright, we're gonna try one more game. See if we can get one last win squeezed out of here. Okay, we're up against Abso-Zero. And this might be doable. Against vampires? Catilda is really good. I think it would be interesting against werewolves, but I haven't yet had a chance to go up against werewolves while having Catilda out. Okay, blue and black. So Dimir vampires? Probably not vampires at all. Dimir control. Alright, we'll okay, we got green there. So we'll just go with white and scry. Yeah, we'll keep it on top. Probably not gonna have a lot of creatures, but might be able to get a bunch of copies out later with Catilda, maybe. Said white, right? So we want green. Now that I think about it, probably should put that on the bottom and see if we could have drawn a 4-drop, but it's still pretty early in the morning. That's alright. 2 damage. Think of it that way. We did 2 damage. We'll go like this. What do you think they foretold? Okay, they're not Dimir. Looks like we're going up against a deck that has just a bunch of removal. So let's see if they have 2 removals. But we'll make sure it has to be done on their turn. Or they could... I mean, I guess they could remove it now, but... Done. Let's see what they do next turn. They either wipe the board, or they have targeted removal. They'll have to... I guess we'll get rid of our little lands. And hopefully they don't have any more discard. Well, I guess they only have 1 more mana left. Okay. That was a nice guess. Alright, so they don't have enough... Wow. That game did not go the way I expected it to go. Anyway, we got our rank up to tier 3 again. And I think this is a good stopping point. I'm not going to make a outro for this video. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.